What is up, everyone? I'm doing a little morning vlog for you guys. I'll turn down the radio so you can't hear that in the background. I kind of wanted to show you guys the awesome amounts of parking I get to have at my school, which we're going to find out today if there's a shit ton of people, like always, usually on my 9 o'clock in the morning classes. But yeah, I am driving, so fucking turn. Which, this is the other side of campus, so there's sometimes parking over here, but I never park over here because I don't go to school on this side. I go to school on that side over there, but there's trees in the way. So, let's get into it. On the right side, let's see if there's any fucking parking. Fucking course there's not, so look at all that. And oh, let's look over here to my right. Nope, my left, nope, still no fucking parking. And let's see how fucking far down I have to go in order to get some fucking parking up in this bitch. Ah, come on, Dick. I don't like this guy. My camera out. Oh. And I won't go down that aisle, but you're gonna have to see. You're gonna see how far I have to fucking go down in the morning. Find parking. Look at this guy just fucking reversing like a boss. Fucking swag? Question mark? In here. Let's see if I can get this parking spot right here. And yeah, basically that's how hard it is for me to find parking sometimes. Sometimes I have to go all the way down. Normally I'm not a fan of that, but I will cut this vlog off right now because I kind of have to get to class in like 10 minutes. But I can probably keep recording once I get out of class, and I'll just make this like a cool little 10-minute vlog or something like that. But yeah, see you guys later. Okay, now I'm back. Kind of done with school for the day, so I told you guys I'd kind of do a vlog, and I asked everybody what they want me to talk about on like Facebook or Twitter and all that fun jazz, and they kind of gave me some good subjects to talk about, and they kind of gave me some not so good subjects that probably maybe should be covered later, like when I get maybe a couple more people watching. So one of the first things they told me to talk about was douchebags. Well, first of all, I kind of think there are a couple different types of douchebags. I mean, there's like I think the first type of douchebag obviously is like the bro-y kind of douchebags. I mean, like, I have some friends that I call like my brothers or my bros, but they're not like the bro-y kind of douchebags, like the "so bro," like they don't ever call you by your name, they only call you bro. Or they kind of have like those eyes that kind of look like they just look around, but they're not really seeing what the fuck they're looking at, like, yo, let's get some, bro. And you're like, dude, that guy's like, they're like a cross between like perma-fried and fucking retarded. So I think that's the first qualification of like douchebags. Second type would have to be probably the one-uppers. You know, the dudes who are kind of like, they'll listen to you tell your story, but then like you can say, dude, one time I fucking took my bike and I jumped like 4 garbage cans. It was fucking sick. I was like 8. And those are the dudes who kind of come in, dude, wow, I know I used to do this shit all the time. One time I cleared like 7 of them. You're just gonna say you fucking cleared. I'm pretty fucking sure you didn't clear 7 garbage cans, because motherfucker, it was hard to clear the first 4. And another kind would be the internet douchebags, and I'm not talking like every person who trolls on like Facebook or something, because sometimes it's funny and people are just being sarcastic, and people confuse sarcasm with trolling. Like, trolling is this huge fucking trend now, and I think it's a little fucking retarded, because trolling technically has been around for pretty much quite a long time, even back in like fucking MySpace days. Shit, I know, right? MySpace. But MySpace used to be pretty big, but like I used to fucking piss people off on MySpace all the time. I'd say like fucking sarcastic jokes to them, and they'd be like, "You're a fucking dick," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I know," but I wasn't going out to purposely piss them off. I'm just picking fun at people, and people confuse picking fun at someone as trolling. They'll be like, "Wow, you're such a fucking troll." It's like, really? I can't say a fucking joke anymore? It's just automatically trolling? But there are those typical fucking douchebag kids where everything they do on Facebook is fucking trolling. And it's, you could have like a serious status or something. I mean, not like a serious status, but like just a fuck around status, like, yo, who wants to go to the mall? And they're like, I don't know, LOL malls are for faggots. Okay, but I guess according to that guy they are, but to me that's kind of like what an internet troll is, someone who purposely does something to provoke a negative or angry reaction from somebody else via the internet. I think that's what a troll is, but I think there's a fine line between trolling and just dicking around. Okay, well I guess we're just going to jump into a really serious subject now. And the next thing they told me to talk about was abortions. Ooh, that's kind of a touchy subject with a lot of people, because usually with abortions you're really far to the left or really far to the right. There's not really a nice little median kind of like gray area, if you know what I mean. Me personally, I don't think I have the right to dictate what other people can or cannot do with their body, and I think under certain circumstances it should be okay for a woman to have an abortion. Like if she gets raped violently and she gets impregnated, I think that's kind of like she should have the right to early on go, oh shit, I'm like 3 days pregnant, go out and then either take like a Plan B pill or have an abortion. Long as she's not like fucking 2 trimesters in, she's like, ah shit, I really don't want the kid anymore. That's when I think you kind of have to own up to your responsibilities and actually go through with it. I do not think birth control should be used as means of, or abortion should be used as means of birth control. I don't think that abortions should just be, I'd rather not have birth control, I'll just get a shit ton of abortions. No, I think that's completely fucking wrong and not right. And let's say, and people always throw out the option, well, you can just keep it up for adoption, or just put it up for adoption. But a lot of people don't understand when, sometimes when a woman goes through having that small child in her womb for 9 months, you get a little attached to it. It's similar to like if you had a puppy for 9 months and you're like, oh, I've got this puppy, then someone's like, get rid of the puppy now, fucker. You'd be like, oh, no, I don't want the puppy. It's kind of like that, but only on a much bigger scale with an actual human child. The mother will go through 9 months of having this baby in her womb, then she'll give birth to it, then she'll see like this beautiful little baby, and then she's like, you know, I kind of want to keep it. But in some cases, it's just, in general, it would not be right for them to really have a child and try and raise it under the way that their life is going as it is now, because like sometimes you'll get like 15-year-old girls get pregnant and they're still in high school, but because their parents said she can't have an abortion when she was really early into the pregnancy, that child gets raised into like an abusive family, and that child ends up having a shit life. The mother really can't support her child, or sometimes the family will kick the girl or their child out because she had a baby. And I think sometimes it should be okay for an abortion, not as a, oh shit, I don't want to own up to my mistakes kind of thing, but it really would not be right for me to bring a child into this world under the certain circumstances that I live under. That is my take on abortions. And the last thing that everyone told me to talk about is the Angry Birds franchise. I don't get what the big fucking deal about Angry Birds is. To me, it's just a fucking app on your phone. Like, Angry Birds to me is fun for like 10 minutes if I'm really fucking bored. I'm just like, oh, I'll play Angry Birds. Or sometimes you're like, ah, this level is pretty addicting. But to me, Angry Birds kind of has like a curve like this. And then, like, I have Angry Birds on my phone, but I honestly have not played it in like 3 months. I played it for like 4 days straight where I was like, Angry Birds, and I loved Angry Birds. And I was like, dude, Angry Birds is the shit, I think anybody who doesn't have it, their life sucks. And I was just kind of like, Angry Birds. But Angry Birds is fucking blown up. So big now, it's fucking ridiculous. You go to Target or fucking Hot Topic or Spencer's or shit, fucking anywhere you go, odds are there's gonna be some kind of Angry Birds fucking apparel, or there's just like small toys, and you're just like, what the fuck, when did Angry Birds get this fucking big, and why? What about Angry Birds is that fucking amazing? And out of all the downloaded apps for fucking Apple, I do believe Angry Birds is number 1. Like, what? Angry Birds is the most used apps. More people use Angry Birds than a fucking GPS or maybe their messaging app. So if you're focusing your life on Angry Birds more than maybe communicating with other people, maybe there's something sad about your life. sorry, but that's just a little ridiculous that Angry Birds has become so fucking blown up. It's almost like Domo for a while, but Domo's way more legit than fucking Angry Birds. Don't worry, I'm not trying to compare them, but Domo out of nowhere got like really fucking popular in America, and everyone was like, oh my god, Domo. Then he kind of tanked, and you don't see him as much anymore. Well, that's because Angry Birds is claiming its dominance, and I think Angry Birds kind of had like good intentions at the beginning. It was like, hey, it's a little game for your phone, you can play, and then it quickly escalated into this huge fucking game that is taking over us like cancer. Like, I think people are getting physically fucking addicted to Angry Birds, and they're like, man, I need more Angry Bird shit. What pointless fucking item can I buy? Oh my god, a plushie! And they're buying Angry Birds plushes and shirts and all that shit. And I'm like, why would you want an Angry Bird shirt? And then it'll bug me even more when people are like, hey guys, I got an Angry Bird shirt, I'm such a nerd. I want to fucking hit you in the face if you say you are a nerd because you play Angry Birds. No. To me, a nerd is someone who's dedicated so many fucking hours of their lifetime and just dealt with sleep deprivation just to play some fucking video games. Like, I don't want to say I consider myself a nerd, but I've played quite a bit of fucking video games in my lifetime. I mean, growing up, I always had, like, the Game Boys and shit, then I had, like, Nintendo 64, then went into, like, PlayStation 1, then PlayStation 2, then, like, a GameCube, then an Xbox 360, then I think I got, like, a Wii, and then my Xbox died and I got another one. But I've played so many fucking games on that Xbox, like Left 4 Dead. I have like shit ton of fucking achievements for that. Call of Duty 4, I've played like 40 days worth online. MW2, similar fucking story. Second Left 4 Dead, I played a shit ton of Guitar Heroes. I've played a bunch, but like I've played a lot of video games, but I don't walk around with like a fucking Call of Duty shirt and go like, hey guys, look, I'm a fucking nerd. I just kind of take it in silence, and I'm like, yo, I like video games. But people who are like, yeah, I play Angry Birds, and they have the shirt, they're like, I'm so nerdy. I'm like, I just want to fucking hit you really hard with any blunt object I can find within my grasp. So usually that's like a rock. I just want to hit them in the face with a fucking rock. And that's pretty much as far as I'm going to elaborate on this, because I don't want to sit here and rant for like 20 minutes and make this video too long to where I can't upload to YouTube. So I think I'll cut it off right now. If you guys have something you want me to talk about, or shit, just give me some fucking questions in the little like in the comments box below, and I will happily answer them, and I'll mention your name in the YouTube video. When I read off the questions, I'll be like, Pussy Slayer 14 asked me, and then they'll be like, oh, that guy's Pussy Slayer 14. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, is just ask me some questions. If you have not subscribed to me, I really do appreciate a subscription. I mean, if you can, likes and favorites and all that stuff, it really does help. And it kind of tells me what I'm doing is like something people actually like to see. And if you guys have something you want me to do different, I can do that. Oh yeah, I'm also going to bring this in. I have a little proposition for you guys, for the maybe 3 people who are going to watch this. Since I want my channel to grow, I have a challenge for you guys. If you guys can get me to 100 subscribers in 2 weeks, I will shave my beard off and give myself a douchebag souljaboy fucking line through my eyebrow, or like 2 lines or something like that. That's if you guys can get me to 100 subscribers in 2 weeks. And to give you guys a fair shot, if you guys can get me to 50 subscribers in 2 weeks, I'll give you a 1-week extension to get to the 100. If you get me to the 100 in 2 weeks, I'll just shave everything off right then and there. But if it takes you to get 50 subscribers in 2 weeks, you basically have a week to fucking double that and get me to 100. And when it gets to 100, I will shave my beard off and give myself a souljaboy stripes, and I'll do it all on camera so you guys can watch me be really sad face as I shave off my beard, because I fucking love this. This is like my baby right now. I stroke it all the time, but if I have no beard, I'll be like, I look like I'm 12. And I don't want to look like I'm 12. But it's what I'm willing to do. So I will see you guys later, and have a baller fucking day.